What up, y'all? Welcome back to the Ash Survive Show. My name is Malik Harris.
My name is Makoto Chidi.
And this is where you come to
Vibe with the Tribe.
So today we are watching Worlds 2014? Yeah, 2014 and 2015. We are currently going through all the Worlds events, the opening ceremony, as well as much of the event as we can get. A lot of these older events, they don't have... The footage is very spread out. Even if on the League of Legends page where we're going through their playlist, they were still trying to figure out like the format of everything. So I noticed like 2014 has this "You Are My Legend" quarterfinals video, and then they go straight into the opening ceremony, which is like 11 minutes or something like that. And then 2015, there is no type of like quarterfinals preview trailer type things. They just go straight into the opening ceremony. Yeah, the final opening ceremony, which is like 45 minutes. And when we do watch that, we're not going to try to fast forward through too much, but there is a section where they're kind of just talking about the gameplay styles of these two different opponents. And I can tell that it's something that they're still kind of hashing out because they don't do that in any of the other World events. You know, I mean, they'll have parts where they talk about them briefly, but there's like a 9-10 minute portion of just talking about this player against this player, this player against this player, and just kind of trying to match it up and everything. And it just feels very clunky, you know what I mean? Like 45-minute one video just seems like very dense and heavy. And again, like I said, after this one, it looks like they don't do that anymore. All the rest of the World's events are like 15 minutes, 11 minutes, maybe 20, you know. So we might skip like that 9-minute portion, but we've already kind of skimmed through it just to make sure we're not missing too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, it should be okay. But yeah, let's start off with "You Are My Legend." For those of you who are new, we already did the previous years, 2012 and 2013, and we will continue to move forward. We started out 2024 when around the time that the actual event was happening. So yeah, it's all good stuff, man. All good stuff.
Great stuff.
All right, I'm trying to see what this year had to offer. I saw him last year. We saw like T1, which is Faker's team, which I didn't even. Honestly, it went over my head.
It makes sense that everyone is talking about Faker and how he's the GOAT.
Yeah, because he started off from the fucking beginning, you know. After we get done with all these two, we're going to watch the Faker Hall of Legends video as well. We're just trying to make sure that we get like the full story of everything, you know, so. All right, let's jump into this. You are my legend. That's a young kid.
Just standing in the walkway. Hey.
Oh, this is like a general commercial.
Arcane, Spirit.
다대.
Damn.
메테오스. 와이드 타틀.
Boom.
폰.
Watch. Loveling. Sun.
LPGGM. 고릴라.
Lupo.
고고잉. 라멘.
Death. Heart.
제파. 티키. 폰.
Say. Zero. Hi.
That guy had to do a thing in the shower.
Oh, there's so many shots I didn't even comprehend. Yeah, I don't know how the shower matches up with.
Amazing. Lemon Nation.
콜라.
I guess it's just everyone.
기억슨.
Virus.
Crow. Mata.
Cool. Insect.
Imp.
유.
You. Yuja.
클리어러. 클리어러.
Clear love. Dandy.
Lost boy.
Lost boy.
Lost boy.
I.
Dang. That didn't hype you up. I don't know what didn't.
I'm gonna be real. You know me. I'm always gonna keep it real.
I would hope so.
It's hard. It's hard because I don't know what the full purpose of that was. I feel like I don't speak that many languages.
They're probably promoting their hometown players. T1, right?
I don't think they would just make a trailer for just T1 because there's multiple teams. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't really pick favorites like that. That'd be kind of
Well, wasn't that
wild.
the quarterfinals?
Yeah. So if anything,
so
they'd be
been
doing.
like four.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's not even the finals. That's the part where I was just like, wait, I don't know. Yeah, I know that in the beginning, and this is exactly why we love y'all, and you guys are the best. This is one of the biggest reasons for these channels. We're going to dive into all this stuff anyway. We're fans, but like there's so many different layers of these events, right? That's the first thing. When they first started out, the first 2011, yeah, we ended up skipping that because there wasn't much of an event. They weren't even international at that point. So 12 and 13 are where they went international. So this is like only a couple years after that they really start expanding and stuff like that. So maybe that was a thing to just kind of show like how big the event is across all these different countries and continents and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know the words they were saying. It would have been cool if there was like we should have put subtitles at the bottom. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Drop the ball there. But it feels like I should have been
subtitles, so it makes sense.
I read subtitles. We watching subtitle anime right now.
I mean, you guys got to go find out, see what we're watching subtitles. So we're not gonna spoil it.
Are we lying? Are we not lying?
Yeah, you don't know.
No. But it just seems that it would have been kind of like maybe embedded in the video, maybe because I imagine none of those people could, understand all those languages. I don't know. Again,
2014. They weren't worried about it. They're just trying to get themselves in League of Legends and everything out there.
Yeah. Like I said, and they're ironing out a lot of kinks. Like I said, this year they dropped a 45-minute video. And this is the only year it looks like they did that instead of like breaking it up and just showing like the opening ceremony. If you want to watch quarterfinals, it's a separate video. If you want to see the trailer for this, it's a separate video. Semifinals, so on and so forth. So yeah, experimenting and whatnot. All right, now we are moving on to the main event, opening ceremony 2014.
World's final. And we're going to go right back to something else.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go.
World finals.
Damn. Whoa. That place is bumping.
This shit is huge. Wait, they're in a whole stadium. I don't know why. My brain didn't even comprehend. I was like, wait.
What's tripping me out, they got almost a whole field filled with people. And they got people in the stands filled too. So it's like, if the people had to go into the stands, they could actually fill the whole stadium.
What do you mean people aren't in the stands?
I know, but they're all on the field. I'm saying if it was an actual sporting event, no one would be on the field except for the actual players.
So you're saying it's more than a stadium?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
She's going hard.
Oh, I guess the stage is one half of the stadium, so.
Oh, they all got the other half of the stadium.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So yeah, all those people.
Same max capacity that they can fit in there.
Damn, this is crazy.
Ooh, look at that big, huge diamond in the middle of that trophy. Just holding it up. That was cool.
This is wild.
Hey.
Paris.
See, but the follow-up is too much. LMQ going hard. Triple kill! Goes towards Aka! Gets the corner!
I'm imagining they're only doing like the first part of the ceremony outside, and then they're either gonna close that dome. I don't know if their stadium closes like the one in Seattle. I feel like they're gonna move to another location because lighting on screens and all that stuff.
That is a Lions down! Kaboom! They are gonna take the game here! Shut down here by Lovely! Who's the next target?
Oh, there we go.
And it cost him his life! It's a kill for him! It's gonna be
Is
a
that-
3-0 clean sweep! OMG, I've done it!
Kind of look like Uzi.
This might be it right now. Samsung White
We gotta watch his Hall of Legends as well.
Starhorn Royal Club take down OMG to move to the World Championship Finals.
Oh shit! I was like, wait a minute. Damn, so he's been around performing since the beginning. Oh yeah, I knew that. I know this song. Damn, this is 2014. He's way younger. Damn, this is legendary. As many times as I've heard this song now, to see it performed live, insane.
It's dope.
When it came out, like the year that it came out. We gotta get to a Worlds event somehow. I don't know how, but
That guitar is lit.
I know, right? Damn. It matches his watch and everything. That's crazy.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
God, they're going so hard.
I know, I was gonna say last year's was insane too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, the last rock one we had seen, they murdered that. The only thing you can do the next year is get Imagine Dragons or get, you know, make one of the biggest music videos for the franchise. Oh, this is dope. I like how they're introducing them this way.
It's kind of funny they're just running into each other, just hugging each other.
There goes Uzi. So wait.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. 대만 서울 잠실을 거쳐서 파이널 스테이지 이곳 서울 상암 월드컵 스타디움 오신 여러분.
No, hold on. We're not doing that. This time we're gonna put caption. Last video, we failed to put the What subtitles? Closed captions unavailable.
That's unfortunate.
They're just like y'all good. Y'all
This
be
is
alright.
YouTube back in 2014.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. That is true. They didn't understand the importance of 1080p.
No,
They didn't
no
understand the
1080p
importance of
either, yeah.
subtitles. Like, yeah, so, you know.
안녕하세요.
This is just a weird year all around. It feels like.
4주간 실화 경쟁을 거친 전 세계 유일한 두팀.
It's no subtitles.
from Korea,
South Korean
한국의 삼성 파이터와
Samsung White, yeah.
이에 맞서는 from China, 중국의 스테온 로얄
Okay.
대결을
This is all starting to make sense now.
보내드리겠습니다. 그 전에 4만 년도 팬들이 지켜보는 가운데 이 4만
Uzi just looks excited.
한복판으로
Everyone else looks concerned. He's over there
They
like,
do. Like, we're not used to this much yelling.
Let's welcome Summoners Cup and Best World Champion 큰 박수로 맞아주십시오.
I like this announcer.
right, the energy is crazy. I don't even need to know what he says. No, it's interesting because I've pieced together now. The makeup was crazy. Pieced together, this is the year that.
Are these all the competitors? That went to quarters and lost?
Oh, like the team captains or something?
Yeah. Yeah, this is T1 right there.
SK텔레콤 T1K의 페이커입니다.
That's interesting.
여러분,
Just
That's cool.
brought him up to remind him, like, hey, this could have been you.
This could have been yours.
축하와 감사의 박수를 부탁드립니다.
Yeah, this is crazy. This is the year that T1 didn't even, both teams didn't make it to
자, 이제
the finals.
Yeah.
결승전 한번
Oh.
달려봐야 될 것 같습니다. 제가 여러분께 뭔가 물으면 큰 판으로 답해 주시기 바랍니다. 결승전을 시작해도 될지요? Are you ready to begin?
Yes, I've been ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm absolutely sure.
His voice is about to be gone tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Or within like 5 minutes.
He's amped up. He's a legend. It is a whole stadium, so it's like you want people to hear you back in the rafters.
Hey, American flag. Nice. And that's it. Boom.
Oh,
We don't even get to see any gameplay.
damn. Like I said, interesting. I paused it. Oh, it's still going.
Remember, it lags.
Okay, well, I mean, but damn. Okay, that's crazy lag, man. That's interesting here. I'm glad that we're grouping these up together in twos because I feel like that one. I don't know. I feel like there should have been more. I kind of want to. I mean, I guess we know T1 didn't make it. We know Uzi. I'm pretty sure China won that year. I'm pretty sure Uzi won that year. There's so many like comments and stuff like that. A lot of times you guys are in, putting us up to date with a lot of things. I had to go back and look at the 2024 to just like a lot of them because that had hundreds of messages. I remember like comments and stuff like that. I try to like skim through those and just see what people are saying and things that people are recommending because there's certain years that people are like, yo, you really need to watch this year.
Yeah.
Listen to the music performance this one, it was trash. Whatever people are saying. There's a lot of the comments. And then we did 2012 and 2013, but we haven't put those out yet, or we haven't seen any of the comments or anything. So if you guys watched 2012 and 2013 and you see us maybe not addressing something from one of those videos in your comments, there's a reason why. We'll end up putting out 2012, 2013 before we go on to the next Worlds event. So we're not going to get like, too far ahead or anything. But yeah, we just wanted to kind of get these beginner ones out of the way and get more current times where they got everything formatted and whatnot. But yeah, next video. So that was 2014 World Championship Moments and Memories. I feel like that. Why is that not on this list? I feel like that's a conclusion of everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't worry, y'all.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely.
They have a better playlist than... I feel like League of Legends should have a playlist of their events. You know what I'm saying? This is literally the world limit.
You would think, man.
Maybe they just forgot. I mean, it's older. Alright.
Maybe they forgot.
I don't know. I mean...
Or they have a dedicated other site to it.
Yeah, it's this League of Legends. That's what I'm saying. This is their esports.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they have a playlist that has videos from esports and from League of Legends page, like all together. So that's why I'm like, maybe they just forgot one of the videos off this channel or some shit. I don't know, man. Okay, 2014 World Championship Moments and Memories. Oh yeah, see now they're indoors. Nice. Recaps the whole event.
Nice.
North American team.
Damn.
Oh. Shout out North America. Man. Oh shit.
What can they ban? What can they do? TSM has to think about game 2 already. Go for the Nexus Club now. They're up. They're coming. They're gonna dive in. The Nexus is allowed. They're cleared it. Samsung Blue.
Damn.
Samsung.
They dive on it. Triple to Bruzy.
Uzi!
I like that.
OMG have done it.
Enemies in game, but brothers outside of it.
Samsung White finally defeats Samsung Blue.
Samsung White and Samsung Blue? Wow. That must have been tough to beat your own people.
Right.
Oh, there it is.
There goes a big event.
Batter comes in. Howling Gale into a monsoon.
Oh my gosh!
So wide. And the 2000
You threw that hard.
champion.
He just won the entire world's event. I'm throwing my shit down too, honestly.
I feel
Fuck these headphones. And fuck you too. And then I apologize afterwards, my bad. I was caught up in the moment. Adrenaline. Too many Red Bulls.
Too many Red Bulls. Huh?
Alright. That's dope, man. Yeah, if any... Whoa.
Glitch, remember?
Moments and memories. Okay, hold on. Let me make a duplicate. I'm going to save this. Moments and memories is really dope. 44 minutes of playtime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so 2015. 2015's Wait, hold on.
Read that comment.
I gotta read this comment. This comment says, by Elite Exposure, I had a dream I met Faker and I asked him what it takes to be great. He told me first you need to be Asian. I was like, but I am Asian. He said, I meant Korean, not Chinese. Crazy work. That's crazy. That's crazy work. And the fact there's 166 likes on it, I'm just like...
For him to even say that because he didn't qualify for the 2014.
Well, it's a dream.
Right. But still funny.
Yeah, hey man, this is in hindsight though, you know what I mean? So, he didn't qualify 1 year. And then after that, he was like, you know what? I seen it the moment he was standing on the stage and they had him standing looking at the trophy. He was sitting there staring at it like, you could tell that's when his villain arc started. They're like, damn, you're really going to do this to me? He went home, lost his job, lost his wife, lost his kids.
Dude, he wasn't even barely 16.
Hey man, I'm just creating a dramatic backstory here. He lost everything. His country abandoned him. He had to work on a fishing boat. It got crazy. Started training at a boxing gym.
Okay, Drago, calm down. I get it.
Well, this is Ippo's backstory, right? The fishing boat. I was going into that, but...
Oh.
Anyway, great shit.
Well, Ippo's a kid.
Yeah, Japanese. Yeah, I know.
He doesn't have kids.
But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But your story doesn't connect to what you were saying.
I never said he was Ippo. You're going too deep into this. It's not supposed to be that deep.
But you just said I was referring to Ippo.
His backstory. I was just drawing inspiration. Jesus, you're getting lost. Getting lost in the sauce, boss. All right, we're going to jump into 2015. We're going to focus on Faker and his comeback story. It's going to be great.
Rocky.
Your brain's just like... All right, let's jump into this first.
Except that we would be in... never mind.
Jesus Christ, see?
No, what? It's not deep.
You're stuck. We
I'm
got to bring you
stuck.
back.
I'm
We're
here.
bringing you back to 2015 World Championship Finals opening
I'm
ceremony.
here, bro. I'm watching with you.
Start here.
And with all of our people.
Okay.
페이커는 분명히 2014년에
See?
Damn, right off the bat?
See? That's what I'm saying.
팀이 월즈에 나가지 못했고 상처를 한번 입었다고 할까요? 하지만 상처를 입음을 통해서 더욱더 단단해진 페이커이기 때문에 지금의 페이커는 2013년의 페이커보다 더 무섭습니다.
Villain arc.
한번 내려왔다가 다시 이렇게 올라갔다는 것 자체가 거의 불가능에 가까운 일이라고 개인적으로 생각을 합니다. 노력, 그리고 결국 끊임없는 본인과의 싸움 아닐까요?
It's crazy how much pressure
시즌
is
3랑
just on
지금이랑
Faker
비교하면은
specifically.
그냥 여러 방면에서 뭐든지 더 잘하는 것 같아요. 그냥.
They're literally like, Faker failed. And the team didn't go to the finals because of it. It's like, damn.
정반대에 있는 팀이라고 할 수 있죠. 왜냐면 만든 지 1년도 되지 않았습니다. 그리고 페이커처럼 믿고 따를 수 있는 그런 리더가 슈퍼스타가 있는 팀도 아니거든요.
엄청난 이변까지는 아닌 것 같아요. 전 개인적으로 쿠타이거즈가 SK텔레콤 T1의 전승 우승을 저지하는 팀이 될 것 같고
저희는 이길 수 있다고 믿고 있고 그거대로 연습해서 이겨볼 생각입니다.
뭐 쿠가 분명히 대회 때 잘해서 나온 거겠지만 저희는 다른 팀과 다르게 쉽게 무너지진 않을 겁니다.
이지훈 선수랑 페이커 선수한테 둘 다 져본 기억이
that's
있어서
funny.
그 생각들이 많이 나는데 이번에는 달라야죠.
Part of the mystery of Faker is that no one really knows why he continues to be as good as he was, how he can have such a deep champion pool. No one's been able to emulate it.
승리, 그것만 바라는 것 같아요. 다른 것들은 어떻게 보면 다 부수적인 것들이겠죠.
Everything else is just circumstance.
Yep, everything else is just in the way.
Wreaking havoc inside the base. It's time for SKT to make it to the finals undefeated. Coup will get themselves the ice. Will get themselves
Hey, Brussels is in a good place.
Brussels.
a shot at the Summoners Cup in Berlin against SK Telecom.
I kind of like how they grouped that portion up together because Yeah, when we watched the 2014, we had to go out and search for the individual trailers and have to make a list. And
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to
yeah,
the
a little bit of a hassle.
2015 League of Legends World Championship Finals.
Damn.
Players and fans from around the world have come to Berlin's Mercedes-Benz Arena as just 2 teams remain at the final stop on the road to the Summoners Cup. Now you're getting a look at some of the sights and sounds here in Germany where excitement is in the air.
Ooh.
And of course, there are plenty of cosplayers in the crowd and even one brave fan. She's going to be posing with a giant poro now. Kids, don't try that at home for your own safety. All this anticipation is, of course, for the impending battle between the Coup Tigers, who you see heading in here into the venue earlier. They'll be going up against fellow LCK team SK Telecom, warming up in their locker room just a short time ago. Now 2 strong teams, but only one will be crowned the champions. Hello, everyone. I'm James Dash Patterson here alongside Christopher Monte Cristo Michaels, Sam Kobe Hartman Kensler, and Mitch Krepo Vorspals to cover all of today's action between these 2 titans of a team.
Hang on.
And first things first, we've got something we have to clarify here. Monty, what on earth are we wearing?
This is a hanbok. It is traditional Korean clothing. I was just so excited. It's such a great time for Korea right now. 2 teams in the final. It's the final we always deserved here at the World Championship.
It's like we're watching an LCK game, only with better casters.
Damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're starting early.
Sometimes, Krepo, they have to give you the chance to actually cast the good teams. So welcome to the OGN Autumn Season Final.
That's going to be a good day, ladies and gentlemen. I, for one, am very excited for it. Let's start by pulling up the bracket and following these teams' journeys to today's finals over the last month. After emerging from the group stage as the #1 seed from Group C with a perfect 6-0 run, SK Telecom T1 has made an undefeated march through the bracket, taking down the LMS's AHQ Esports Club and Europe's Origin. Now the team comes into today's final with the potential to not only make the first perfect Worlds run ever, but to become the first 2-time champion in League of Legends history.
And what an impressive fashion they've done it in. Getting all the way to the finals undefeated, as you said. All of their games have been finished out so cleanly.
Yeah, there's maybe one game where SKT just wasn't as convincing against Origin, really, in terms of goal, but even then, their numbers, and we'll get to that later, are just astounding. They're well on track to become the most dominant Worlds performing team like in the history of League of Legends.
Yeah, and even beyond the World Championship right now, they're on a 17-game winning streak dating all the way back to the regular season of Korea in the summer.
All right, but we have to take a look at their opponents. The Coup Tigers climbed out of Group A as the 2nd seed behind the LMS's Flash Wolves, but showed up big in the quarters and semis, taking out KT Rolster 3-1 and sweeping hometown favorites Fnatic to make it here to Berlin.
And the story for these guys, making it all the way here, after just forming the team, is just, they're so easy to root for.
Yeah, I mean, they're coming in as underdogs, but I didn't even think they'd be in the finals. I think they've really performed well, particularly Kuro has vastly exceeded my expectations coming into this tournament.
Even Smeb, who did have a higher bar than Kuro, he's even overperformed that as well.
And a lot of people coming into the series against KT were just rooting for KT to make it out, but Cool rather convincingly swept that series 3-1 and then made it to the finals. Nobody really expected. Thank God China slumped a little bit, made it a little easier for the Coup Tigers overall, but it's going to be,
I think
3 games.
To a degree, too, after the bracket stages were drawn, a lot of people looked at Coup's side of the bracket, seeing Fnatic and KT, and saying, this is the tougher side of the bracket. So they've had a pretty, sincere road to the finals.
They have definitely been tested, and they've shown a lot of diversity in styles, in champions, in strategies that they've used. So that might actually hurt them here, because SKT have seen maybe a bit more.
Now, of course, we won't be the only ones covering today's finals. You're going to get a look at our partners from China and Korea's OGN, who have made the trip to Berlin with all of the international teams to bring this event to fans and players in 20 languages around the world. So plenty of people out there enjoying the games.
Nice.
Now, of course, it's time, though, to head down to the stage.
They decided they cared about subtitles.
No stranger to the League of Legends scene here in Berlin.
23 minutes before it begins.
Berlin, wie geht es dir? I'm Evie, Shock supporter, and I'm very excited to be right here at center stage, designed to give you the best view of the games today as our finalists fight for the Summoners Cup. Now, whether you're with us here in person or tuning in from around the world, we've got you covered from every angle of the house. Now with this setup and everyone here in attendance is also a real-life part of the action. So, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready for the 2015 League of Legends World Championship?
Just that guy, the hair is just spinning in a circle.
Yeah.
It gave me dizzy.
So you guys sound about
it's nice
already, so now let's check in with the guys that
because
will
of
be
like
casting the
since
series
it's the whole
today.
stadium and stuff, you kind of got to see everything. But yeah, I
Thank
feel
you
what
very
you're
much, Shocks. Hello, Berlin. I am Rivington Bison III, and I am excited to bring you all of today's action with my partner in crime from North America, Joshua Jat Leesman, and the Danish Dynamo from the European LCS, Martin DeFiscio Lunga. Gentlemen, usually we come into a finals and you see who the best team in the world is going to be, but SKT approaches this finals already considered the best.
Yeah, and the scary thing about it is how easy they have made it look on the road here, not dropping a single game. They haven't really shown a huge variety of strategies for Rise games for Faker.
Right.
And the fact that they're defending world champions. So they have kind of a chance to be the first real League of Legends dynasty if they can get the second win here, which would be amazing.
And then they take on a team who, before this year even started, were a bunch of misfits. Nobody really wanted these players on their lineups. We didn't expect a whole lot from KOO Tigers coming into the World Championship. We said it was the weakest Korean team. KT would be above them. We were really wrong because KOO Tigers showed up.
That's the thing. Even during the World Championship, you weren't expecting it. They lost twice to the Flash Wolves in the group stage. Flash Wolves fell to Origin. Many people, pretty much everyone, was expecting Fnatic to beat KOO in those semifinals, but it was 3-0. They were even underdogs against KT in the quarterfinals. So every series they've gone to, they have looked to be the underdogs.
Same story here, though. They create the upset.
There's no doubt this game would be monumental for KOO. By the numbers, SKT has this game at 10, 15, 20. We'll get into the stats as we go into the game.
That guy's got
as
a lot
we
of great hair.
get 5 matches
Yeah,
out
he's
of this
much older
one.
than
If
these guys are
SKT
obviously
is bringing
way
their A
younger.
game. Have they even opened up Pandora's box yet?
I want to see 5 games because we haven't had the
He's
5-game
a
season yet
grown-ass
in the
man.
bracket stage, but I have a theory
sure.
of every odd-numbered week brings excitement. First week, and it was like 6-3, then 0-10 in week 2. 2 European teams made it to the
there's
semifinal
definitely
in week
nothing wrong
3.
with that.
Week
I've
4, they
just
went
seen a lot
1-6.
of
This is the week for KOO
younger
Tigers to come
folks
back strong.
This is the week for
playing
Smith
and being
to show that he's
around
the
and
best
doing
top laner in
things
the world. He's going to
in
beat
the
mine
game
up there.
industry,
In
so.
order for KOO Tigers to win this game, if he can do it, I think they can take it, but he really needs to play the best game of his life.
Absolutely have to. Now, before we send it back to Dash and the gang for a look at
Yeah.
today's matchup, SK Telecom
The whole
T1 could be
esports.
the first organization to take 2 world championships. So we take a closer
whole
look at the team
world's
then and now.
League of Legends esports thing, I think, is still like very fresh at this point in time too. So where they are now, like a lot of those OG people that were here, just like Imagine Dragons are now.
최고의 팀이기 때문에
You know, right now.
선수들도 본인 가슴에 있는 SK텔레콤이라고 하는 그 타이틀, 나는
Almost reminds me of
SK텔레콤
E3.
팀의 팀원이라고
Adam
하는 그
Schafer and
프라이드라는
Olivia Munn.
것도 본인을 어떻게 더욱더
With who?
열심히 할 수
Olivia
있고
Munn,
있도록
Adam
만들어주는
Schafer.
그 힘이 됐다고 생각을 하고요.
I think that's his
시즌
last name.
3에서의 SK텔레콤 같은 경우
I know
역시
his
최고의
first name's
팀이었는데요. 그때는 실패를 해본 적이 없고 물러서 본 적이 없고 좌절을 맛본 적이 없습니다. 항상 잘 됐죠. 꾸준히 이겨왔고.
2013 시즌의 SK텔레콤 T1은 다소 페이커 그리고 피글렛의 캐리력에 좀 기대는 부분이 있었어요. 그래서 임팩트, 뱅기 그리고 그때 당시 푸우만두는 팀을 서포팅해주는 그런 롤에 좀 치중된.
They were very much a scrappy, pick-oriented team. They would play a lot of assassins, have these flashy individual plays, but they weren't necessarily the smartest team. They weren't the best strategic team. They just had a wide array of talent.
Yeah, we gotta introduce you guys to Faker if you haven't seen him already, because he
was
might be
interesting
just
that
the
that
best
guy's-
mid laner in the world.
페이커.
It was interesting that guy had voiceover when he was just speaking English. I mean, I guess he probably speaking his native tongue, German. Yeah, I'm imagining if they're in Germany, so he must have been speaking German. And then, actually, now I'm thinking about it, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I was just like, why does he have a voiceover when his voiceover in English when he was just speaking English? Almost fucked me up for a minute.
는 최고의 엘리트 코스를 밟아온 그런 선수죠. 2013년 기준으로 봐서. 지금도 역시 최고의 선수긴 합니다만
Looks so
페이커는
different right there.
분명히 2014년에 실패를 했습니다. 왜냐하면 페이커 자체로는 성공했을지 몰라도 팀이 월즈에 나가지 못했고 결국 팀의 중심이었던 페이커는 실패한 시즌을 보냈습니다.
Villain art.
하지만 지금의 페이커는 본인이 항상 하드 캐리한다 그런 욕심도 버렸고 팀 플레이를
Man has a
통해서 팀을
whole different
살리는
look.
방법, 팀을 살림으로써 본인이 슈퍼스타로서 다시 자리매김하는 방법, 그
Pretty
방법을
much pulled a
터득했죠.
Jin Woo and Solo.
지금의 페이커.
Leveling.
Just thinking, he went from having the short haircut and smiling and shit like that. He never smiled again.
Nope.
I've never seen Baker smile. He literally he put glasses on. He changed his hairstyle. He came back with the craziness, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. The character arcs are crazy.
2013년의 페이커보다
I like a good Draco story.
페이커 선수는
What is Draco?
그때는 뭐 갓 데뷔했을 때고 경험도 별로
Rocky
없었는데 물론 잘했지만 지금은
Ivan
경험도
Draco?
많아지고 경기 수도 훨씬 많다 보니까 훨씬 노련해지고 잘해진 거.
Hold on, we gotta address this. What? Well, is he Draco? Or is he?
Yeah.
Oh. Why though?
Like, because he lost, and then his whole country disowned him, and then he went on his own, and he had to go raise his kid. And Creed.
You're talking about Creed. Okay,
Creed
that's
2.
where I was. Okay, now you're talking about
Yeah.
Creed now. When you're talking about Rocky, I was like, no, he was the GOAT, and then he lost at the very end, but then they didn't really show.
No.
Any of the Creed.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I see.
Creed
But you're
2,
talking
yeah.
about Creed. Yeah, yeah. I see. That was gonna bug me. I was like, what the fuck does Draco?
저는 이번에 SKT가 우승을 하든 우승을 하지 못하든 그거는 크게 중요하지는 않다고 봅니다. 이미 페이커는 전 세계 유일무이한 존재고 다시는 등장하지 않을 그런 스타라고 생각해서
Damn, and he just continues to cement that. Insane. They were saying this 10 years ago.
Returning to the stage, your 2013 world champion.
Just eviscerate. Why is it easy who gets it? Bang, bang, he wants to shoot this.
It's time for SKT to make it to the finals undefeated. Fast forward to now, and it's less about those flashy plays and more about dominance on the map, dominance in the macro game. In Season 3, it was a lot
They just
about
had the
Faker
audio
and
mixed up.
Faker, whereas now it's
He's
much
literally
more
saying
about
the same
Marin
words,
and
it's just the
Faker,
audio's not
and
lined up
Bang
with
is
his
more
lips.
of a reserved role within the team than the AD carry used to be. They still have that same level of individual skill, but
I don't know if
the
they would make a
strategy has gotten much, much better through experience.
Simple
with a lot of
mistake
these
like
players.
that twice every time they show him. You know what I'm saying?
일단 시즌 3랑 지금이랑 비교하면은 그냥
At least that's what I
간단하게
see.
말해서 그때는 지금보다
You-
못했던 게 맞은 것 같아요.
Did you notice it the first time though?
한 번 내려왔다가
No.
다시 이렇게
That's what I'm saying.
올라갔다는
I
것
watched it both
자체가
times
거의
now.
불가능에 가까운 일이라고 개인적으로 생각을 합니다. 이게 가능했던 거는 아무래도 정답은 되게 단순한 것 같아요. 의외로 노력 그리고 결국 끊임없는 본인과의 싸움 아닐까요? 이게 되게 단순해 보이면서도 실제로 이걸 못하는 선수들이 훨씬 많습니다.
지금의 시즌 5
Yeah, and it's interesting because German's like, I feel like it's closer to English. It's almost like with Spanish, you have like delicious, delicioso. You have like words that kind of feel the same. Because I was studying German for like a while, and like, yeah, I don't know, fucking weird. That's why it stood out to me too. I was just like, the fuck is it? I was like, is it just delayed? And I was like, no, I don't know. But that aside, I think it's very interesting to touch on like Faker and how people talk about Faker and treat Faker. It's so interesting because other places, specifically in America, when you have like a big star of like monumental status,
Yeah.
people will tear down their own stars more so. Like it's like the LeBron Jordan conversation. You have like a LeBron James, and people will talk shit about him and talk how he's a weak player and this and that, and just even now, same with football. You'll have one of the greatest players in the world, and because people are competitive and this and that, they'll tear down their own people. You know what I'm saying? And talk shit about them, try to discredit them. Whereas in other places like this, for example, I feel like they don't do that as much. It's the same with like video game industry, and I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but like when you have like companies like Nintendo and stuff like that, or just animes or anything like that, they look at a person who's worked in the company forever as like, oh, this person needs to be protected and this and that, and pay him what he's owed, and you know what I mean? And everything's just very respectful and generous. And here in America, it's like you'll have a person that works for a company forever, and then they'll let him go because they're just like, oh, you're old, blah, blah, blah. Let's say like, for example, a lot of the comic book people, like the Bob Kanes, or like the whoever, like Rob Liefeld was a one. He's a comic book creator. I'm not gonna go through all his names and shit like that. Let's say Stan Lee. It's one of those things where people value Stan Lee to a certain degree, but they kind of took him out of the creative process, you notice, and they put him in like, oh, you should still make appearances, but like it was kind of like pushed to the side a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, and it's just interesting because I feel like other countries and places don't do that, and it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate because, yeah, I never hear anyone talking shit about Faker. You know what I mean? Like, very interesting. Even UFC, another example. You can win forever, Adesanya just recently lost to me. Like, oh, he's washed up and blah blah, and it's like, but he won his whole entire career. He just lost a game. So crazy shit, man.
5 SK텔레콤은 시즌 3의 승리 이후에 큰 패배를 맛봤습니다. 시즌 4에서는 특별히 우리가 기억나는 건 한 적이 없고요. 시즌 5 초반에도 역시 우리에게 실망을 안겨줬습니다. 그리고 기대를 했던 MSI에서 또 큰 좌절을 맛봤죠. 실패를 맛보고 그 좌절을 딛고 일어나고 그 어려움을 해결을 하고 이 자리에 다시 우리에게 나타난 SK텔레콤이기 때문에 시즌 3의 SK텔레콤보다 시즌 5의 SK텔레콤은 더욱더 강하고 더욱더 확실한 승리를 만들어내는 것 같습니다.
Remember, there's that 9-minute portion that I was like talking
A
about
brief
taking out.
history
So
lesson
I'll cut
for you
down
there about SKT. I mean, the organization itself much
But yeah, after a
bigger
certain point,
than
it's
that,
like
and we'll get right down
the
into
momentum's
that.
kind of
As we
like
close into game one, let's
dropping
look at
a
how
little
these
bit.
teams have performed historically, starting with SKT.
Yeah, let's definitely start with SKT because this is a team with such a storied history of esports success. You know, it's not even just Korean esports and not even League of Legends. Before League of Legends even existed, over a decade of StarCraft success with famous players such as Slayer's Boxer. And then when transitioning to League of Legends in Season 3, they were able to win the World Championship within 6 months of forming the roster.
Well, I mean, that's just how it has been with SK Telecom. They are the premier esports organization within Korea. They always have access to the top players. Everyone wants to play for this team. So it's led to a long, many years of success and many years of dominance in many titles.
Right, and then of course, if we narrow the microscope to just this year as a team, their record has been absolutely phenomenal, spring through summer, and only getting better, Monty, as the year has gone on. As you mentioned, that 17-0 streak that they're currently on in terms of games.
Definitely agree. I mean, the way with which they've done it too. Not only are they undefeated here at Worlds, but they've done it so quickly and so cleanly that they really haven't left much room for teams to try and develop the counter strategy.
Yeah, and they've been building this up all year. If you look at spring, they went 29-11, summer 38-6. So over time, they're winning more, losing less. At Worlds, that trend only continues. Haven't dropped a single game. They maybe trailed behind in goal at 10-20 once this entire tournament. Nobody's even ready to challenge SKT.
Yeah, it's not winning more or losing less. It's winning more or losing none now, which is a great trend. That's exactly where you want to be.
There have really been only two kinds of teams here at Worlds: SKT and teams that lose to SKT. Maybe teams that haven't played them yet.
Right. It's very easy categorization.
Well, of course, then, too, we do have to look at the fact that they have only lost 2 series this entire year. The first one, EDG at the Mid-Season Invitational, and the second one, CJ Entis in the LCK Summer Split. So from a series standpoint, when you ignore their, minimal losses here and there, only 2 series dropped in an entire year is a scary sight to be walking into when you're about to step on stage across from them in a 5-game series for the World Championship.
I think such a huge part of that has been the development of Marin and his growth on this team, turning into such a good shot caller and such a prominent top laner when the meta shifts to top lane.
Now, we've spoken about the fact that SKT has taken home the top prize in their first year as a team, while their opponents, the KOO Tigers, are looking to do exactly the same thing here today.
And this is such a great story with the KOO Tigers. These were guys who, when the Korean scene consolidated from 2 teams into 1, there were a lot of players that were left over, and so Najin lost 4 of their players, so we call them Smeb and the Najin. Smeb from Incredible Miracle. But while we talk about SKT and how much infrastructure they have and how nice their practice facilities are with walls of trophies, when I first visited the KOO Tigers house, it's a new team. It's like 6 guys in a small apartment. It was just the players and No Fei, their coach, also former Najin player. So they started out without many of the luxuries or support that a lot of these top Korean teams have. And they have been so scrappy and stuck it out. And through really sheer force of will, they've made it to the World Finals.
Yeah, and talk about improvements in top laners. I mean, you talked about where they got these players from. Smeb's reputation last year, very different from his reputation this year.
Yeah, they even used him in highlights. Like, you died to Smeb, really?
Yeah,
like
that's something that would destroy your confidence back then.
Yeah, back then. But also, they're just so tenacious, the KOO Tigers. They don't really give up because they haven't had that really easy road like SKT have. They've had ups and downs. They've had tournaments where they came in like super hyped and suddenly, didn't all go all that great. And then now they're at Worlds, like, nobody expected them to be in the finals. People expect them to lose to SKT. They just shrug it off. They even have the little, let's make this place into a library trash talk going for them. So I just really enjoy watching them.
Yeah, their comeback, after the huge bump that was IEM, and the ensuing weeks back in Korea after that, It's been such a huge resurgence for this team to get back to this level.
Yeah, I mean, IEM, for me, that's still the biggest upset in League of Legends history. The Ku Tigers losing that best of 3 to the 12th, the last place Chinese team WE was such a shocking turn of events. But they had the fortitude to bounce back, like you said, and now they're on the biggest stage.
I think a large part of that, too, we've looked at their drafting phase, especially recently in the World Championship. We're coming out of the drafting phase saying, well, the coaches have put together a phenomenal, toolbox that the players then get to put to use and style on other teams with.
They did a good job of talking about this team as well as,
champion pools come from almost every player, too. They just talk about tools.
The way they were talking about T1, I was like, damn, you're making it seem like it's hopeless.
At a tournament like this Worlds, where there have been so many changes, the Ku Tigers have had a real advantage pulling out a lot of these things that are strong in the patch, where other people have been taking a lot longer to actually pick those champions up.
All right, well, when it comes down to it, Ku have everything to prove today going up against a team that has beaten them many times before. Now, before we look at the matchup specifically, let's hear from Smeb, who admits that he had some questionable games over this year's LCK season.
제가 LCK에서 너무나 많은 경기에서 그런 약한 모습을 많이 보여줬어요. 그리고 저 자신도 그렇게 생각하고 있고 그래서 그런 평가에 대해서는 저는 당연하다고 생각해요. 그리고 그 평가들을 이번에 좀 엎을 수 있는 그런 기회라고 생각하고 저는 아린 선수가 지금 정말 새 채탑에 좀 근접해 있는 선수라고 생각하는데 결승전에서 그런 선수를 이긴다면 정말 더 기쁠 것 같아요.
Notice how he snuck the word close in there. He's close to the best top laner in the world because Smeb himself very might
close.
be.
They're sitting
That's right. They're 1 game away, or 5 games, or 3 wins away. Well, anyway, let's take a closer look at that matchup specifically, Smeb versus Marin. We've put so much focus on.
So this is the portion where they do matchups of each individual player. As you guys can see, good chunk of detailed talks, which I feel like. All right. Before I start, let me do some quick talking. All right, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we have reached the ending portion. We're finally at that last opening ceremony. This will cover. They've done a really good job of just covering everything.
As you mentioned, Kobe,
like I said, it was a little bit longer than maybe needed.
A little bit? Definitely a lot longer than the ones that we've watched.
Yeah, but I said
this one was new too.
but then needed, you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely longer, but this is a lot of that I really found enjoyable. You know what I mean? I really found a way to show all the commercials.
I get used to this. I mean, I have to say that this being my first
some of the
World
portions
Final is absolutely a special
I could
one.
watch it,
As you mentioned,
but
Kobe,
I don't necessarily need
just
to.
the atmosphere of an esports event only makes it better.
Player. I think if this would have been at the time, it would have been a lot different. You know what I mean? But I think since this is the past and we kind of know the outcome and we kind of know some of those things, it does. You know, it's still very enjoyable. A lot of people are just, I noticed on YouTube, just watching the opening ceremony and not watching any of this portion. So yeah, I'm glad that we're going through all this stuff. I don't know if you guys noticed, for those of you who are new here, we had someone gift us these at the end of last year, which was really, really dope. This is our first actually gift that we got through YouTube, which is really special. And we actually finally just took them out of the packages and stuff. Still haven't figured out a place to put them, so just wanted to show them off, really. We usually have our comic books and things that we're reading through. I just finished Ruination. Great. And the ending was epic. It's crazy. Now all the cinematics and stuff makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you guys are following our page, subscribe. We do a lot of lore dives and stuff like that, so we're going to end up going through a Ruination playlist. We had someone put one in our Discord, so we're just going to go from the beginning to end all in Ruination videos. I don't know if we'll fit those all in one video. It might be like 2 parts or something like that. But if you guys are interested in seeing that, hit that subscribe button. It's going to be really dope. And if you guys want to see the rest of the world's videos, because we're going to keep going all the way into the end, you guys like our style, format, how we talk about things, yeah, also hit the subscribe button. Check out the Patreon, YouTube memberships. Those will be uploaded slightly ahead of time, at least by like a couple weeks, if not maybe 3-4 weeks. It depends. It depends on how far we get ahead. So yeah, all right. I think we're ready to jump into this. Finally getting this last part.
Let's get it.
Okay, 3.
Feel the energy of all the fans because our station is shaking.
That's true. We are built into the stands, so as you guys make more noise, it becomes more perilous for us.
funny. From hearing it, I thought they were saying 5, 5, 5. It's like different languages, man.
Ooh. Colors change. Nice.
I wonder what the music video was for this year. Was it Awaken? I can't remember.
I wonder where the band's at.
Can anyone stop Samsung White? Will this really happen? They saved the Nexus kaboom! They lit the fuse, and I can't believe it!
Triple to Bruzy, and that's gonna be the game. And Samsung White are the 2014 World Champions.
Do we fight to hold our heads up high and beat the drum to what we love? Risk the fall, or we have felt it all come crashing down from far above.
Oh, was it Rise?
Rising. I heard her say Rising. Sounds.
Because remember the Rise animated video? They fight their way up the top of the tower, and then I think Faker loses. I can't remember. Oh, this is epic.
Damn.
Damn.
Hearing voices from afar. Join the madness when the curtain falls. Risk it all, hold nothing back. Seize the day, we must attack. Stars are rising, countless worlds colliding. Only one will take it all.
Damn.
Can we bring to fall the giants? Can we make the final call?
Yeah, I feel your question because I was wondering. I was like, where is the live band? That'd be crazy if they had no live performances this year. Insane.
Maybe they couldn't afford them this year.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the issue. Yeah, I feel like they're good.
Fnatic will advance to the semi-finals. The only team to do that 3 times.
Damn.
SK Telecom got one step closer to the Summoners Cup. It was a European eulogy. As
Damn.
both EU
European
squads
eulogy
at
is
the
crazy.
semi-final stage.
Damn. And now to the final two.
Faker wreaking havoc inside the base. There's no stopping him now. It's time for SKT to make it to the finals undefeated. Coup will get themselves the ace, will get themselves the base, and will earn themselves a shot at the Summoners Cup in Berlin against SK Telecom.
mean, the effects of the video is cool.
After this, we're gonna have to go through and watch all of the world's music videos, because I realized some of these songs, like I haven't heard this song, music video wise. Because we were avoiding all the world's videos so we could watch them together. Damn, that's great. Where the fuck did that come from? Oh, it came out of... Okay. I was like, I didn't see that there. Jeez.
The more I see that trophy, the more it's like, damn, I can't believe it's that big.
Right.
I've already seen it like 3 times already.
I know. It's still impressive.
Yeah.
Please welcome the finalists for the 2015 League of
Wow, they really
Legends
don't have an
World
orchestra.
Championship.
Live band. That's crazy.
It's still
Representing Korea
12
and
minutes.
the LCK, Ku Tigers.
It seemed like they should have performed before though.
I feel like they should have. And their manager.
Top lane, Smith. At jungle, Hojin.
Blowing a kiss to the fans. I respect that. Let's see if he does it again. Ah, he didn't do it again.
Too early to do it again. You gotta win to be able to do it again.
I feel it.
Or lose.
Definitely.
Blow a kiss
no.
goodbye.
Yeah.
At AD Carry, Great.
And that stage floor is the whole screen.
That's sick.
Notice how it lights up right when he gets there. Crazy.
At support, Gorilla.
Gorilla? I would imagine
See?
the other guy being Gorilla.
It's pretty messed up.
Primal instincts, man. You know,
Pretty,
the nature of the food chain.
discriminatory.
You know, dog eat dog world.
Wisdom.
Man, whatever.
Yeah, this guy looks young.
And their coach,
Oh, coach. I called him a manager.
I know, when you said manager, I was like,
Well, he's managing the team, so I mean, he's technically a manager. We'll give him the coach.
once again, Ku Tigers.
Hey.
Hey. Ginyu Force. Oh, that's funny.
Their opponent, also representing Korea and the LCK, SK Telecom T1.
That guy over there was the manager. He's like, go, go. Probably a production coordinator, actually.
Yeah. Can you imagine just being so close to the trophy, you could taste it, that close to victory? You're like, it's so close. I just need it.
Man, I can't. Faker can. He was staring it down the last year after they lost. They positioned him like 3 feet away. Which was crazy.
It is. Dang. Everyone's chanting his name. That's crazy. Hey, way to run up there. He's like, no time to waste. I'm here to get my trophy. Whoa! He's all about it.
Just show out a little bit.
Nah, he's all about that action, boss. Look at him. Villain arc, right?
It's funny because, everything's like very reserved. Like, depending on like different cultures and stuff like that, Asians in general, a lot more reserved than like Americans. Americans are very flashy and Hollywood and this and that. So it's interesting because like that one like kind of role was like probably the biggest thing. Like, oh my god, I can't believe that he rolls. You know what I mean? Like, what if he broke his hand or something like that? You know what I mean? It's so much more hyped for the subtle details.
Substitute mid laner, Easy.
He's a respectable gentleman.
Yeah.
He just walks to his post. He's like, I got you guys, don't worry.
And their coach, Tacoma.
Poses.
Nope. They want straight to the action.
For the 2015 League of Legends World Championship.
Yeah, no performances. They decided to talk instead.
Just a pop up of fireworks, that was it?
They said trying new things.
Crazy, man.
Because this is the first time they had announcers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or, on stage announcers.
And they turn it around. Prey refuses to die.
Run down, and Huni will not find anything. A quadra for Kuro.
And Hojin, he's going to one up away. That's going to be a kill. Hojin will pick it up.
And Smib will be smiling with that one. Ku will earn themselves a shot at the Summoners Cup in Berlin against SK Telecom. Wow, Morin just eviscerates him, and SKT demolish H2K.
But Bengi trying to get the work done. Amazing J walking around. First blood goes down for Bengi. Yeah, there's the Rune Prison in there. All of the spells, all of the time. Faker, the 1v1 against Pawn.
He puts the ulti in for the shield and flashes over the wall. Almost dies, and Easyhoon gets it.
It's very low. Red card thrown out, but Wolf comes in for a bit of bloodthirsty support kill stealing.
Bang, bang, he wants to shoot them down. He's rocket jump forward. Bang's looking for the double.
It's time for SKT to make it to the finals undefeated.
Epicness. Whole lot of epicness.
You got that right.
That one was cool. That was cool. I felt like I said, 14, 15. I can't say that that was my favorite one. I feel like 12, 13, the year before, I felt really those music performances. And it's all like you kind of have to gauge the audience and see after, all you can do is schedule a whole event, set up all these different things, lighting, this and that, and then try to figure out how engaged people are, get people's feedback, the next year. So
yeah,
I'm not mad at them for like trying something new format wise. But yeah, I definitely love like the energy part of it. Not so formal, because I feel like that was a lot more formal which it works in some cases, but I feel like when you're doing a sporting event, it's based off of the energy that is given to the crowd and whatnot. It's different than like art or other things that I think I would even say like that Asians are typically good at. They're very detail oriented. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, very, very detail oriented. So I don't know. It's interesting. Very interesting. I love like comparing, especially nowadays, like traveling around and stuff like going to different places and just trying different culture meals and stuff like that. Growing up, I had my Korean and black family, so that was like always a thing. But even throughout my life, like whether it's dating people from other continents, you know what I mean? Whether it's friendships with people from other places that you don't speak English at all, and you have to try to figure out how to build that friendship and this and that. Like there's a lot of ways to kind of diversify. So I always really like comparing and contrasting like what people are naturally good at and what people, what takes people longer, core skill wise and whatnot. So I love watching this event, and I love seeing the progression of Riot as well as the Worlds event to get to where we are now, where it's this big international, conglomeration of, all these different teams and all these different people, Korea still obviously dominating, you know what I mean? And obviously all this other stuff, but yeah, man, it's a great time. Yeah. I can't wait to see what they do future. This 2025, like I said, we'll definitely be watching, we'll definitely be tuned in.
I mean, we saw a lot of the promo of the previous players and fighters and stuff like that.
Yeah, we've seen all the previous stuff, but I'm like, it might be nice to see the final outcome of the. So I think I might just go to this part in the moments and memories. I know. I feel like that one just feels like it was so much longer. Like the 2015, that definitely felt more like it was dragged on a little bit. But yeah, I would like to see the.
He's gonna be interesting.
Teams at the World Championship.
I think we had the potential, but not enough experience. We have a lot of stuff to work on, and maybe next year. I'm really proud of them.
Finals. There you go.
Yep.
Two Tigers. Faker.
The roll.
Legendary roll.
Dynasty. They take down Prey. They take down Gorilla. And it's just chaos. SKT is 2 wins away from the Summoners Cup. They're not stopping. Bang jumps over the wall for another kill. SK Telecom T1 are 1 win away. Oh, Smeb bringing out the blaze.
Best 2 out of 3 I see.
Was chanting Blue Tigers for the first time at Worlds. SKT is wounded.
Oh, so now it's 2-1.
Nice.
SKT, is it bringing their A game? Have they even opened up Pandora's box?
He's going in bot lane now.
It's going to be Kuro getting dropped immediately.
Oh my god.
Who
has no idea how to deal with Faker.
SKT will be your first ever 2-time world champions.
Wow.
Ooh.
They did not stop. Gas pedal all the way down. Foot on their throats.
All those lights remind me of...
Give us a trophy! No! I'm Faker!
That's funny. All those lights remind me of a rave. Or like a festival or something like that. Just all that, yeah. Yeah, man. So that concludes the 2015 Worlds, 2014 and 2015 Worlds event. Cool, man. 9 years ago. Okay, we're getting closer and closer. I feel like I said most of my things. Oh, cancel this. Like I said, most of my things throughout the video. I don't really have too much more to say on that. I'm very interested to see the next year. Like I said, I will. We'll be dropping 12 and 13 this week in the next 3 days or so. Maybe I'll drop it on Friday. Give it some time to build up. We'll be in Florida, Miami, and stuff like that. So I'll probably put everything on a timeline. Yeah, if you guys want to check out, if we ever have events or stuff like that, and we're talking about them. We'll be in Miami July 18th through the 20th. July 18th to the 20th. I think that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, we'll be down there. We'll be posting all this stuff in the Discord, trying to keep everyone up to date. Obviously, always on our Instagram. I'll try to post some YouTube short stuff. Usually that requires a little bit more editing, so if anything, the YouTube memberships, I'll post in like that stuff after the days of the events and just trying to stay up on it. So, but you definitely always see the stuff on Instagram if you guys want to keep up day to day with our other stuff. So,
it's cool.
All right.
Definitely a huge transition from 2014 to 2015, performance-wise and like the whole entire like event, platinum-wise too. I mean, granted, they probably did a lot more battles and fights in 2015 that they did in 2014, because you actually got to see like a lot of their wins and losses like throughout this summer's events, qualifiers to there now to get into the finals.
Yeah, so we got to visually see like what they had to go through in order to get there.
Yeah,
I feel like in 2014 also they went really big on the performance, because the performance wasn't in like the inside venue; it was in the stadium. So it's almost like they had a formula and then they leaned too far one direction one year, and then they try to lean too far the opposite direction the other year. And they need to find that they needed to find that perfect balance of your performances, the energy, because at 2014 it felt like a huge ceremony. You know what I mean? It felt like crazy. It was huge, like like all the nations in the world came out. That's what it felt like, at least energy wise. All the people across the fucking globe came out, and they're like, "Yo, we're ready to see a Coliseum level duel." You know what I mean? Is what it felt like. So,
Fire Nation, the Earth Nation,
Nation. Water Nation. That's funny.
They all gathered together.
Right, they all gathered together for one big event. And then 2015 felt more like traditional sporting event, with like an esports fucking it felt like that, which I don't know. I think if in those esports events they have a lot more commercials, they have a lot more showing the highlights from the players, which highlights perform differently with this than compared to that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's a big flashy event, dunks and let's say basketball or something like that. Dunks and fights and backstory. Oh, his knee got blown out and just had a baby, and they're going really in depth with that. And they did that in 2024. You know what I mean? They were showing like the impact on their families and messages from what I mean. So they definitely get to that point. So. But we're not going to talk about it anymore. We're just going to watch the next couple episodes or the next couple of events and slowly just keep building our way up.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Thank you guys for being here and watching this episode with us. And until then, we will see you guys next time.
All right, y'all. Much love. Peace.